Welcome back to Just Drive It. We're back on the water pump again on this thing, so come along with us as we try to figure this thing out. Back to the Ford FE and the Ford F100, and O'Reilly's went through and warrantied out the part. Same company. We'll see how it runs and works and everything. Okay, for all of you people who said that it froze on the last one and it wasn't the actual casting that's bad, this is a brand new casting. It has 0 miles on it. I just drove it down the driveway. It now has a crack on it when I revved it up too high. Let's see. I don't see anything on this side, but yes, this casting is crap. Plain and simple, in a sentence, in a quotation, no good. So here we are again. We're looking at another brand new water pump. What we've seemed to come up with is the general consensus has been they feel that our problems are actually in this piece here. Now, we'll look and find out, but what I do know is I put this particular piece on and I had a different fan blade and I had issues with the fan blade. Then I bought this as a brand new fan blade, put it on there, and what ended up happening and coming about is that we started having water pump issues. So what I'm going to do is go back to the stock fan that I've got right here and see what we can do. We're going to try to do a little bit of a spin deal here. One thing I did try and do is I came back through. One side of this is straight, one side isn't. But the straight side, I started doing this. We know that these flanges are flat, so the machining that was done on them was done real good. So earlier this afternoon I pulled the water pump off, and what we found was again a crack all the way across, and the water pump was bad again. But we also know that the water pump shaft was bit, so that's why we're looking at the other stuff. Now I can take this and I know for sure that the block is flat there as well. So we're not trying to tighten everything down on a high spot, because that was one of the things that I thought of first and then other people thought of after me. And yeah, it's just not, that's not going to be the case. So assuming I still have it, I will put a video clip in here that actually shows the wobble that we have in the shaft. Okay, I don't know if you can see it right here. Yeah, but the shaft's been on that. I'm going to take and put a dial indicator on this. Make sure that's going correctly. We'll take a run out on that, but you don't even have to, at least from here, I don't even have to look at it. It's bent. So that, as well as now you can see the crack. I don't know what to say. Now, one of the first things I want to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the pulley on it. And we're going to take and check it first to make sure there's no major pulley wobble. We actually went through and have already dial indicated the front pulley on the snout and know that it's fine as well. Okay, what would cause the snout to bend so badly? It would have to be out around real bad right here. And you can see but it's not. So our next step is going to actually be to bolt up this piece on there along with this fan blade to see if maybe it's out of round. I don't know. Also, we'll bolt that one up as well to see as it spins what the deal is. And this is not the ideal fan because, as you see, we're missing a chunk out of it there and these are bent there, but that was running, I got that off and put this on because I was scared of that one. But I want to see if the issue is going to be the fan blade or the thermostatic clutch in this case. Okay, now we're back. We got this thing bolted up with some bolts, but you can see it. You can see it wobble. This thing has a definite wobble to it. That right there is bad. What a crying shame. So either I go and get another one of these, or I put that on for the time being and go get another one of those. I may go back to just a fixed fan like that, because this does have the Ford part number right there and in several other places. So it is a CF D4 TA, so it's a 74 truck fan. I got even better spot right here. You can see it. So this is an actual Ford fan. So I may go to John Salvage, try to get another one of these, but this is definitely out of round. Okay, as we can see on this one, we don't have a wobble to it like the last one did. Hopefully I still got that clip. We'll see. So, in order to bolt this up, you gotta slide this piece with the nipple into this hose. Heater core, 4 bolts on both sides, lower radiator hose. I still have to hook up the alternator, hook up pulleys, stuff like that, but for all intents and purposes, we're back on. So the next step will be alternator, this, and this. I am going back with this just to prove that yes, it was thermostatic clutch. So here we go. All right, got it back together. Spun it before I put the belt back on. Belt actually lines up pretty good. We got to go get some coolant to put in the sucker, and we will try it out again. So we will see if my truck is back on the road, which ironically, being friends with Andy, I know his truck's named Casper, but this one also was named Casper, so let's have some fun. All right, as you can see, engine's running, idling. I had to take the carburetor apart, clean it out a little bit to get it to idle again. Went through, put this thing on here. I've revved it up 4,000 RPMs, no problem, no worries whatsoever. One other thing that I did last night is when I first got it running again, the bearings started squealing real bad on the alternator, so went and changed out the alternator. It was still producing electricity, no problems there, but it was squealing real bad, and it wasn't the belt that was squealing, it was the bearings. That alternator had been on there for daggum since the 90s, so I got my money's worth.